Hello, my name is Shudley. Welcome back for another episode of Episode 3. As Papal states, in previous episode, we're mostly just improve relations with some of our neighbors in here. So we've got defensive pact or alliance with all three of the other Italian states. We're slowly getting to the point where we can probably start incorporating them, or at least inviting them into our market. Unfortunately, we got obligations with most of them. But except San Marco. But San Marco isn't close enough to join in anyway, so that's a bit of a problem there. But regardless, we've got a bit of a revolution because we're trying to enact homesteading. It's got a fairly good chance of progressing now. But the revolution might, it's not going to fire anytime soon, but it's still kind of looming in there, which is not helping the situation at all. But we've got 17.1 million GDP. We've increased the construction speed a bit further, and we will still be increasing it even further. So that will get us to about 70 construction speed total. Which, we still need to increase that a lot further than that, but it's a good starting point here to increase our economy further. How's the iron situation, actually? That's not too bad. That's actually good news. Oh, law advancement. Okay, so now 66% chance of going to the next stage, or to the final stage. And we're not really able to get a lot of colonizing going in here. We also haven't gotten really the fleet to do any landings. That's one of the things that I might want to increase, just to get a slightly larger fleet. I don't really want to build the ironclads here because we don't have any ironclads being built. But we'll get ourselves into 15 frigates for the time being. And it looks like the war between France and Prussia has begun. It kind of looks like France is actually pushing the Prussians back a little bit. Of course, I have nothing to do with that war. Although Two Sicilies is part of it, isn't it? Yes, they are. I'm guessing they probably wouldn't be able to join into customs union during this. Ooh, raising concerns. Armed forces would get a bit more, or they would lose a bit of, you know what? I'm going to give the armed forces in a good approval rating of us. We kind of do need their help still, partially at least. And there's another university about to be built, so the literary rate is already 47.7%. We still need to increase that quite a bit, but it's slowly improving. And the innovation is not too shabby. Max innovation could be 121 though, so we've got quite a bit of room to improve even further. The population is also fairly decent. It's slowly tickling 10 million. Oh, so Marco has started a significant import route for iron from the Papal market to the Venetian market. Alright then, so I mean that means that there's going to be even more trade between us. And they might be slightly more inclined to join in. Oh, was there some sort of... Oh, the French have landed in Sicily. Oh dear. I don't suppose there's war goals against Sicily, is there? No, it's not only Prussia. That's good. But I suppose that might mean that Two Sicilies will be weaker, and thus more likely to join in with us once the war is over. Bureaucratic imbroglio. Right, we take a minus 10% chance, and 20% success, or enactment time. Or we reduce operate... No, I don't want to take the bureaucracy hit right now. We already have quite a deficit in there. Oh, City of Plenty. We'll let them celebrate. Yeah, we'll just let them celebrate. It's going to provide us a little bit more loyalists. Although Emilia isn't a very popular state. Well, actually, it's 1.7 million, so that is a surprisingly popular state. And they're probably getting quite a bit of people moving in there as well. Well, not right now, but the population is growing fairly steadily. It looks like Austria's having a bit of peasant revolt there. And the fact that Sicily is being invaded over there is probably not helping them. Of course, it might mean that they are more likely to then join in with us. Still can't get the obligation, or give the obligation to Tuscany again, because we gave the one before. So of course that one's gonna, okay, 1876, 5th of August, when it expires. Or if we can finally get the stuff through the bankrolling from them, and that would also be quite handy. We don't have a lot of influence right now because of all the deals that we have. We can't really deal or do much with that. We're going to get the glassworks in our capital finally. Give that a bit of a level. The lead price has gone down a decent bit, and we can get some more porcelain and more glass. Although porcelain seems to be the big one there. Let's actually have a look at the taxes. Not that we necessarily need to... So how much would the porcelain... No, it's only 18. As a luxury furniture would be much more profitable if we really want to put in more of those. The standard of living did drop after the tax reduction, or the philanthropy event that we had while passing the tax law. But so far, it's still over 10 at least on average, so it's not too bad. Could be better. Ooh, obligation Tuscany removed. Oh, brilliant. How about I give you obligation and you join into the customs union. And then in I don't know, a few months you'll probably join in the Papal States. There we go. And that's going to free up a lot of influence afterwards. And they are now part of the market? Yes. So I can probably stop the bankrolling. I'm going to start bankrolling San Marco. £6,000 a week, so that's a decent bit of money. I think we're going to for it. So what do they have in here? That's a decent bit of industries. Some iron mines, quite a bit of logging, wheat farms, cotton plantations, some vineyards, some silk. We got a bit of, oh, actually quite a sizable military. Pretty decent. And Unification, diplomacy has won the day. Oh, we've got a bit of a bureaucracy issue right now. Okay. Do they have any... Oh, they don't have the filing cabinet system in here. Okay, that's going to free up a little bit of stuff. Let's actually go ahead and just use the reset production methods in there. I'm just going to double check that everything's fine. Okay, there's still population available as well, so that's good. Also, I can start building some steel hulls already. We don't actually need them too much. But I think that might actually be a good idea, so we can start building some of the ironclads. We'll eventually need to get rid of the frigates anyway. Ooh, looks like Russia is actually losing their war. There we go, that's one less neighbor that we need to... Oh, lost all. Well, that's not good. So San Marco, I could form an alliance with them, but I'd have to give the obligation, and that's not really ideal. And Two Sicilies is seemingly out of the war, I guess. But I can't invite them to customs union yet. The GDPs are relatively high, although we got 200. We're losing a bit of cash, but it's not too bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, they must have had some universities in here. Oh yeah, they got 3 and they're building another one. So that's going to be a lot of innovation from there. That's actually really nice. The literacy rate is almost 50% now average. So that's pretty decent. Just going to double check that everything in terms of government administration, yeah, that's fine. We are going to be building some more of those. Oh, there's the railways finally. There we go. So that means a whole lot of railways can be built now. Finally. So where do we have market access issues? Piedmont has got a little bit. So let's just go ahead and just extend essentially the railway system throughout the entire nation. There's already 2 levels in Tuscany, so I don't think we need more there. One in there. One in, of course, in our capital. One in Umbria. Let's double check the railway in here. So that's, it's got the wooden passenger carriages, so that's fine. And the experimental trains. So there we go. Now we can start, we'll probably put in the production whatever's going to start spreading in here now. We'll put that as a research. Rubber masticator. Oh, there we go. That's actually really handy. Because then we can discover the rubber in Africa, and we can start getting that, we can start using that for, well, right now we probably wouldn't be using for many things, but later on there's going to be plenty of things that we want to use it for. So what do we have in here? We've got a lot of industries, plus a lot of agriculture, so I think what we might do is might put in the, encourage manufacturing industry, just to get all of these, like that's going to be increasing the food productivity and everything. And that might also, how's the companies right now? So we've got the vineyard. That's not quite profitable yet. We do have a lot of them, mind you. Well, there we go. That's at least one more nation joined in. And I don't suppose I can form Italy quite yet. No, we still need to have 4 more states. Which, to be fair, if Two Sicilies joins in, which I can't unfortunately do quite yet. I can't really form the alliance either because I don't... Oh, they've got an alliance already, do they? Oh yeah, they've got an alliance with Greece. Right, well that might complicate things a little bit. In the meanwhile, we can almost form the alliance with San Marco, and that might force, or not force them to shoot, but to encourage them to be a bit more friendly towards us. Maybe we can then invite them to the customs union, and that would be an increase up in the north, or up in north, so that's going to get us to at least 9 states, and then once we get 2 Sicilies in, and that will give us the full Italy experience. So at least progress has been made there. The tenant farmers thing is still very much a problem in terms of the... Oh, increased infrastructure. Oh. A bit more must be positive. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. We're going to be building that, of course. We've got quite a bit of building in here. I might also get the university done before the naval bases in Tuscany, just to get that extra innovation. So we're going to be getting pretty close to 100 already. Of course, we want to get over 100 sooner rather than later. Preferably, like, get to, like, at least 110, 120 before the end of the decade. Oh, there we go. Psychiatry unlocked. More influence available. So, if we have a look at the Diplomatic actions. Is there customs union options? So 2 Sicilies. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to offer obligation, no. How long do we still have the obligation with them? Probably a while, isn't it? 4 years. Okay, October 77. Right. So that's going to take a while. Ooh, pharmaceuticals are spreading. Ooh, very nice. What did we actually get in there? It was the psychiatry, right. Pharmaceuticals, we want to get that, then we can quit in and we can start to colonize severe malaria provinces, which means that we can then start getting a bit of colony in Congo. Might not be the best of colonies, but I'm sure that that will help, at least a little bit. And getting a bit of extension down that way. So, how's the incorporated state? So it's, oh yeah, we just need to get one more state incorporated. And it doesn't matter which way we get it. Ooh, progressive voting in the homesteading. So now we've got 40% chance of passing that law, and then that might get rid of the revolution. Unfortunately, the rate has gone down a little bit. It's 80, or 48. If it was 84, that would be quite something. But no, 48.6 right now. The bureaucracy is still a bit of a problem. We're losing quite a bit of taxes, although a lot of that is just the tax waste due to bureaucracy. So, how are we doing on... Oh yeah, the GDP did jump quite a bit. We've got 21 million now total. We started at around 1 million, so that's a decent increase already. The standard of living is fairly stable right now. Population, yeah, that's grown almost to 12 million now. There's a bit of radicals, although those seem to be going mostly downward direction, and the loyalists seem to be mostly going up. And the province is still building some more banana plantations in Papal Niger Delta. But also some furniture in Tuscany, tooling workshops, arts academies, and coal mines. Actually, let's have a look at the trade routes that we have. Anything that is... Okay, the wine export to Austria isn't productive. Everything else seems to be pretty decent. Anything that we could do... We've got import demand for fine art. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of buy orders now. We're the number 8 producer in worldwide in terms of fine arts. Okay, that's something that we can start leaning into now. Of course, especially with the production, well, that's going to be increasing already. We can probably get a little bit more production in our capital as well, although I don't... Let's actually have a look. If we were to do the construction, that's... Yeah, so where would be the most earnings that we would get? I guess Piedmont? There's no infrastructure in there. So I'm just going to let the private sector take care of that, I guess, for the time being. Oh, and we can encourage Italian nationalism again. Sure, let's do that. I don't suppose that allows us to actually invite anyone in, does it? No, we could try forming that alliance with you, and we can't give the obligation to Sicily. If we could, then we could invite them into the customs union. They would then join in pretty soon afterwards. Well, I have a feeling that San Marco is probably going to be the first one that will get in. Or, well, who knows? Well, it's only -2 for the alliance. If we can get alliance with San Marco, they're probably a lot more likely to join in. Of course, our relations with them are also growing quite a bit, so if we can get... Oh, Central Archives completed. Filing cabinets. I love bureaucracy. We get more bureaucracy. Or identification documents. Actually, we'll take that one. If we want to get all the text done, then we want to get as much of those boosts as possible. To be fair, we've already missed a few, I reckon. What do we have else in here? So we've got branching out. Steam engine time. Oh, we need a motor engine to level 3 or higher. I think we could probably build that to level 3. Of course, especially now that we're starting to build some railways, that's going to give a bit of demand for the motor industries. Ooh, Cape Colony. Oh, right. What's diplomatic ties at Cape Colony? Do we still have the... No, we've got the diplomatic ties. Or interests. It's just they probably ended one of their interests somewhere. Ooh, stop the revolution completed. There we go. I suppose the civic nobility isn't quite as bad anymore, and the total radicalism of that went down to... Nope. And starts again. Back to 50. Never mind. Well, it was a short joy there, I suppose. We do have Benin in our market. It's not initially very strong, but I suppose if they can become a bit stronger in there because of this, that's not initially bad. Then they got skirmish infantry now. That might allow them to maybe start conquering some more lands. And, you know, we don't necessarily need to conquer it ourselves as long as it's, you know, a friendly nation that is part of our market. When the revolution is gone again. There we go. We're going to get a little bit more administration buildings, also the university in Tuscany. That does fix our bureaucracy issues to some degree. And there we go, we got homesteading now. Excellent, so that does mean that civic nobility is probably going to be somewhat upset for a while. The rule folk are going to be very happy. And that does increase the infrastructure actually as well. So we need to... Oh, there we go, increase infrastructure by railways completely. We didn't actually do it by railways yet. But regardless, how's Two Sicily? So they're not willing to join in yet without a thing, and San Marco. I could form allies with them. I don't know if that is gonna... Well, actually, it's almost enough to invite them to the customs union. Although I believe it's only going to be plus 20. No, it's 22, okay. Yeah, it's not that far off. Oh, they want cultural exclusion, okay. Well, now we're getting the extra fleets built. Oh, did we? Oh, we probably inherited some from the Tuscans, didn't we? No, we got 15 there. No. Yeah, we're going for full 20 then, were we? Oh no, we must have gotten some from the Tuscans. We also got 51 battalions now. Hold on, how's the army then? So we've got 49, we got 2 in the African army, so that's sort of increasing or hiring. We've got 34 skirmish infantry. I think we might do is just get one more of these from Tuscany. It looks like Prussia's been mostly occupied there. In the meanwhile. There we go, now we're getting 99 innovation per week. And there we go, oh wow. Yeah, no, Prussia actually lost a lot of the areas. Well, fair enough. None of my business. Still can't quite get Two Sicilies and San Marco I can't quite invite into the union. But I suppose one of the things that I could do is I could... Oh, that's unproductive trade. What do we have in here that could be profitable, though? I got a lot of luxury clothing. Oh, they're already exporting to us. If I was to import, it would make a bit of profit. We don't need any bureaucracy for it either. Wait a minute, did I... Hold on a minute, did I do that wrong way around? No, I think that's actually correct. We're selling some of the wood over there, which isn't necessarily all that great. I think that's something we can actually just disable for now. We were doing that before, but it's not really worth it right now, and I think... Well, it didn't really increase the volume of trade, admittedly. We've got a pretty good amount of bureaucracy. Is there any institutions that we're going to increase now? There's a Home Affairs, Law Enforcement, and the Social Security. Speaking of law enforcement, could we switch? No, we can't switch that one away. I could try going for the free trade, but the rule folk would oppose that. That would pretend... Well, okay, that would reduce the income from tariffs, but that's about it. We could go for no migration controls, but... Well, it wouldn't radicalize directly, but there's quite a bit of opposition for it. So it's a bit risky. We've got the national supremacy, we've got the state religion, oligarchy, theocracy, so we are a little bit oppressive, I suppose. But we'll just roll with it. Oh, there we go. The private sector is now building the Arts Academy. Congo is improving relations. Alright then. Breach loading artillery will be done soon. After that, it's going to be the rubber mastication and then the pharmaceuticals. And that's going to finally allow us to increase the healthcare a little bit further. And civil abilities approval is now less or above -10, I suppose. So that's getting slightly better at least there. And don't suppose Two Sicilies is still quite keen on joining in. No, not yet. And I'm guessing using obligation over here would be 21. Okay, so that's still -6 on San Marco. I'm sure that one way or the other we'll get them in. We're getting some tooling workshops. Looks like the Austrian Civil War is still quite bloody in there. Ooh, farming boom in Lazio. Silk plantation. Right, so we can get agricultural ranch and plantation throughput increase in there. Or standard olive flow strata. I think I'm going to just get the throughput, quite frankly. Get the GDP growing at least a tiny bit. It might not be a huge increase in there. Well, I'm okay. It's 0.2 million, so it's not that bad, all things considered. We'll have an obligation to give to... Oh, Two Sicilies. We've got the pre-loading artillery, which actually, that might be time to upgrade the artillery from mobile artillery shrapnel. That'll be quite handy. It will be a bit more expensive, but that's alright. So are we are bankrolling San Marco. They haven't given us the obligation yet. But at least we are friendly, so it's not really that far. It is fairly close. If they got an obligation, or rather we got an obligation on them, then we might be able to invite them in. Ooh, modern nursing is spreading. Oh, right, in the military. Instead of triage, we can go for modern nursing. I guess we can queue that up in there. Another thing that we might want to do, I mean, we've got quite a bit of construction queue already. Although the investment pool is fairly sizable, so we could probably go ahead and give ourselves A little bit more construction sector. Speaking of which, we inherited 3 in here. That's actually pretty decent. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and give Romania a second one. And then what we might do is increase that to the top, just to get the construction of the railway speed just a tiny bit faster. We'll hopefully get to 100 construction speed soon enough, and after that we'll just keep on increasing further and further. As long as the investment pool isn't diminishing too quickly, then we should be able to afford it. Oh, San Marco is exporting wood from the Venetian market to Papal market. Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, how are we looking on wood anyway? Oh, we got a huge demand for fertilizer now. Why is it taking so much? Explosive factory wheat farms are taking it. Okay, so that's something we might want to give an upgrade. That is already getting an upgrade, to be fair. We'll get a second upgrade there. But that's the private sector is building 1 level. It hasn't quite started on it yet. But that's going to be the next one on the list. And then I'll be building a second level there, just in case. But now we're getting the railway, so that at least is going to start providing some transportation. It'll probably increase the standard of living a little bit. Plus also just make the motor injuries and all that a bit more profitable. I do wonder right now, so reducing the workforce over there wouldn't really help. Austria's improved relations, I mean, sure, I suppose. I do wonder. Over here, we still got a bit of shortage of workers. We could probably put in the water tube boilers here in Emilia. And the shipyards, well, we can't do too much of that. Textile has already got the reductions. Tuning workshops already got the reduction. We do have a bit of transportation in here, so we could probably put in public trams. That will reduce some of the labourers, but more engineers and machinists. It will cost us a little bit, but it's still fine. And, you know, it frees up a little bit labourers to work on the factories. We need a whole lot more fertiliser now that we've got Tuscany. No two ways around that. Right, so Marco's importing our tools. Or tools from our market to theirs. I mean, that does mean that there's even more trade between us, so I could invite them to the customs union if we owe an obligation. And then they'll join in. Well, yeah, they're joining the market now, and then of course, soon enough they'll join or unify with us. Inefficient agriculture in Piedmont. Sure, we'll increase the agriculture there, or migration attraction, not agriculture. Speaking of which, did we get the railway in here yet? No, it is underway. We might get a second level there just in case. But I suspect that that is one of the states where it's quite a bit required. And then San Marco should then... Oh, well, no, yeah, we've got the railway in there now. So that will improve the infrastructure a decent chunk. Also, I suppose that does mean that there's going to be a bit better transportation availability. It's not going to be instant, but then we're going to do the public trams in here. How's the coal situation? We could increase the labour numbers in here. We've got a decent bit of coal locally, so that will be helpful. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Prussia's got a bit of revolt on their hand. And they lost so much land in the war against France that Prussia is, or Germany is probably not going to form. Not easily, anyway. I do say, we got about 5-1 on the loyalists compared to radicals, so that's a pretty decent ratio. Population is about to hit 12 million. Especially now that San Marco is part of our market, they will join in soon enough. Could even take on their debt if I need to, but I don't think I actually need to. Oh wait, that's one way to get some obligations, isn't it? And first of all, stop the bankrolling in there. Whose debts could I take on? French Senegal and San Marco. Can't take 2 Sicilies, because it's too large. Well, it's not really that large. Oh, maybe it is because it's small loans, so they don't need it to be taken. Yeah, that's probably it. And the Prussians have, what's the 3 million? Okay, that's a bit much. China has about 3 million as well. Austria's got 2 million. Yeah, I'm not going to take any of those loans. We've got a decent income now. What we could even do is we could actually reduce the taxes for... Maybe 20,000 lost taxes there. They're not really that much improvement. Is there any... No. We've got the best taxes, well, more or less the best taxes in here. Transportation tax could potentially be... Well, actually, no. The luxury and wine taxes combined are better than the transportation. So no point in switching to that, at least yet. Another thing that we can do is once we start getting the 2 Sicilies lands in here, at least some of those areas we could boost and stop doing the taxes. Oh, there we go. Nobility is paying their taxes again. So actually, that means that we could lower the taxes for a while. We'll maybe lose a bit of money, but that will improve the standard of living. And then, of course, that means that the industries will be more profitable because people will be able to buy more and so forth. So overall, that will actually be quite helpful. We got some money. We don't have a huge cash return, mind you, but it's good enough for now. And we're just waiting for some Marco to join in. And we're also getting some more railways. So Romania has got a railway now. And actually, we are making a bit of money. Well, I suppose that might be because the construction costs are shuffled around there for a brief moment. Yeah, no, we're losing some cash again, but it's not too bad. And they are now hiring some people to work at the railway. It also does mean that the motor industries are going to be making more money. There's already a decent bit of cash there. And we'll get some more levels for it soon enough. Okay, San Marco, when will you join in? You should already do that. Well, there we go. So that's 10 infamy. We'll annex them. That's, oh, hold on a minute. That may have been government administration. Oh, they got the standard filing cabinet in there. Yeah, no, it might just be, oh, there we go. They incorporated. Huzzah. And then we got the own obligation and colonized state. Those two still need to be done. So how close are we getting to Sicilies? They're not willing to join in yet. Not even with an obligation. Partially that might be because of the infamy. Also, well, we've got fairly good relations with them, to be fair. But that is going up, so it's not unfriendly relations right now. Oh, actually, with an obligation they would join now. How long until it's, what, 3 years? 3 years, okay. How much would we have to pay to bankroll them? 8,000, okay, that's a bit too much. Unless we increase taxes again, but I'd rather avoid that for now. Hey, we are a major power, so if we have a look at the Italy, we are a candidate, so we could launch the play. We would have 2 Sicilies on our side, and Austria and an Austrian vassal, I believe. It's Krakow, actually, on the enemy side. So I don't think we initially need to do that one. I could form Italy. Because, oh, yeah. Viva Italia. So we gain claims on South Tyrol and Istria. And we get 20% more prestige. Or, oh, we'll never forget our brave Roman courier. You know what, I'll take the Roman courier attraction there. And Risorgimento, achievement unlocked. Huzzah. So now we are Kingdom of Heaven. And we control all of Italy. So what did we inherit in here? There's a decent bit of industries. We might have a bit of... you know what? I'm just going to go quickly to reset the production methods in the areas that we just conquered. Or not conquered, inherited. And I'm just going to quickly double check the productions in there. Most of them should be pretty decent. It's just that there's a whole lot more demand for various resources now, so that could be a bit of an issue. And things like... actually, yeah, steel. Let's actually just have a look at... Oh... So, dyes we need a whole lot. We increased the construction speed a lot now, so that's good. But yeah, steel, lead, dyes, tobacco. Those are the 4 big things that we need to increase. But that also really leaves quite a bit of influence for us to use. So I do wonder... Oh, right, Britain's got on into Sahara there. Right, we can't do colonies in here yet. Benin is at least kind of a friendly nation there. Suppose I could bankroll them. How much is that? That's... Oh, wow, that's really cheap. Just costs a little bit of maintenance on the influence, but that's fine. That's one way for us to maybe get the obligation task done. And then Greece, I'm going to start bankrolling them as well. Now, it does cost us quite a bit of money overall, but I'm sure that once we start fixing some of the production issues, especially things like the lead production, give that a few levels. And then, I'm sure that there's other things as well. Oh, we've got 111 innovation now. Well, that's pretty decent. Wait, customs union broken? Oh. Right, Morocco. Oh, right, yeah. I didn't realize we had even a customs union with them. I'll be honest, but fine. So, authority-wise, we don't have a lot of extra. We can't really afford to... You know what, I'm just going to increase the taxes for a little while. We could then maybe reduce the luxury clothes tax. Remove that one. And then we could maybe... Let's have a look. Where do we have... There's quite a bit of industries in here. On the other hand, we could increase the... Well, there's a sulfur mines in there. What is it? Calabria's got a bit of mining, so we could put in the resource industry there. So that's at least a boost. Now we've got 34.3 million GDP. We're actually number 7 worldwide. We're number 8 in terms of prestige. So, yeah, we're almost a great power now. Almost. Now, we will need to get a bit of land from Austria, although we don't necessarily have to. It wouldn't hurt. And then, of course, Tripolitania, if we want to fall... Oh, right. Maybe I could make them a protectorate. Do they have any... part of the... Oh, they're independent, actually. We've got a good relations with them. If I make them a protectorate, there's possibly a lot of nations that would join in against us. So first of all, let's have a look at the armies. Oh, wow, that's a huge army in here. Go ahead and hire another general for it. There we go. So that would be enough to at least control that. So we've got almost 90 battalions, actually. But plus, we've got the 5 battalions in Africa, which we could probably get the Armed Forces Surveyor in there, maybe. Or actually, maybe the Arrogant. Sure. I mean, that is civic nobility, but that's alright. It'll be fine in the long run. So there's the armies sorted. We've got 35 flotillas now. Oh, wow. Let's actually have a look at the Navy. Yeah, that's going to require a bit of promotion. There's a bit of... actually, that's a huge amount of bureaucracy now. Let's have a look at the institutions. Maybe we'll go ahead and increase the Home Affairs at least. More conscription rate. We can maybe increase the law enforcement, although civic nobility is going to get more support from that. But less turmoil effects, so that's not really a bad one. Although, actually, no. We can't increase that one. It's going to be too costly in terms of bureaucracy. We do have almost 25 million population now, of which most of that is incorporated population. That does remind me, how much do we have population in here now? We've got 700,000, but how's the population in... Oh, right. There's a decent bit. Dire works accident. They shall not have died in vain. There we are. I'm pretty happy that we got to that. Oh, actually, with this, I think we're going to actually have to end the episode here. Now, before we do, though, just a quick note. I'm pretty sure that at this point, the patch of 1.6 has been out for a while, but I'm still playing on the 1.5. Because we started on that one, I'm recording this episode still before the 1.6 is out. And I don't know if that is going to be save file compatible. So we're not going to worry about that right now. But anyway, if you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, look at the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.